About TV, where we do tarot card readings, we do ASMR, of course, we do some voiceover readings, basically anything that can raise your vibration and keep you vibing high. That's what we're into over here. For right now, I've been into these tarot cards. I made my own personal tarot cards, things that I just didn't really see that was common in other people's cards. I try to be as unique as possible, while still, giving you that still feeling that you get from other readers. I done already lost my sunlight. It kind of looks, I lost enough sunlight to the point that it looks fuzzy. So we're gonna do this as quickly as possible. The last two times it went on for a whole hour. We're gonna try to get it down to 30 minutes. So, because the lighting's already pretty bad, but I promised myself I would. We're gonna do air signs, earth signs, fire signs, and water signs. It's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces in that order. And then everything will be timestamped in the comments below. If you want to book a personal, it's $25, or you can send just a random donation. All you have to do is type the word personal in the comments, and then I will interact with you from there. Okay, awesome. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, it's meant for you. That's how destiny works. That's how the universe works. So you'll rarely ever see me put like timestamps on anything. And so we're going to start off with Gemini, and we're going to cleanse these cards, and we're going to raise the vibration of the cards, and we're going to get a one card pull. We're doing one card pulls today. We usually do three, but we're going to do one card pulls, and only if we need clarification will we pull more cards. We're going to start off with the sign of Gemini, because I am a Gemini. I got to start off with my sign, right? Of course. One card pull for Gemini. The Emperor. So the Emperor, meaning Gemini, you're looking like you're feeling good. You know what you want. You're assertive. You're in your masculine energy. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you are still in this masculine, assertive energy, and probably meaning that you're getting a lot done. That you know what you want, and you have no problems. Expressing that, what I'm saying? That's exactly where you want to be, whether you're in a man's body or you're in a woman's body. You want to be in the Emperor energy, knowing what you want, being assertive, and calling the shots. What month are we in? We're in May, so we're in the middle of the year, right? So basically you want to know how the next half of the year is going to go. You know what I'm saying? We're headed out of spring into summer, and that's a lot of the times where people are planning on, they're working out, getting ready to show off their summer body. Boy, what's going on, guys? Yep, geek, you're geeking. So go ahead and subscribe. If you're geeking, go ahead and subscribe. No, that's where we that's where we disagree, though. Well, you can disagree and don't disagree, and do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you subscribe and come back for another reading, whatever. But we're doing the sign of Gemini. We're doing one card pulls. So anyways, the next half of the year, we want to be assertive. We want to be in our assertive energy. We want to continue to know what we got going on. People are like, their summer bodies are loading. They're still working on that protein powder. They got the protein powder. They got the you know what I'm saying. They got their gym routine going on. So yeah, continue to be Gemini. Continue to be in your Emperor energy, and that's gonna have yeah, we're gonna get to that, Aquarius. Continue to be in your Emperor energy, and you shall go far. Next sign we're doing is Libra, and then we'll get to Aquarius after we do Libra. Libra, what's going on, Libra? We're going to do one card for Libra. One card pulls for all signs. One card for Libra. It says, death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest is what dies while still inside, while still alive. So this is about like not leaving anything in your mind, in your heart space, always expressing yourself. Maybe there's something that you want to tell somebody. You want to break up with somebody? Go ahead and break up with them. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the worst, you could think about the worst things that could happen, but really and truly, you're two grown individuals, or maybe you're some sort of polyamorous relationship. I don't know. There's grown ups, people over the age of 18. You have to, speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? If it's at work, you know what I'm saying, don't let, you're working on a project with a group of people, don't let their voices overcrowd you. You homeless? What do you mean? I'm staring at your mom's house. What you mean? And so it's like when you are over there doing holding back. You know what I'm saying? When you're holding back, it doesn't do anybody any good, especially you. So always look out for yourself. Be assertive. Say what's on your mind. Don't hold back and saying what you want and what you feel. That's a yes. Well, it's certainly not a no. Bro caught astray. I don't know, man. If we're here to bully, you know what I'm saying, I'm the right one. I'm the Gemini. I'm the Gemini with the two heads. So I got one I got one joke coming after another. Go ahead and cash at me. You know what I'm saying? I need help, right? You think you're saying I need help? Go ahead and cash at me. Cash app is in the title. But yeah, man, yeah, just be assertive, Libra. And just keep on doing you. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, we're going to do one card pulls for you. We're going to cleanse these cards. And we're going to get one card for Aquarius. Very on edge. I was new and asking. Wasn't making fun. You're making fun. You weren't making fun. Well, listen. It's hard to read people's energy over the chat. So if you want to keep on interacting with me, go ahead and leave a comment and subscribe. And then we'll get to know each other better. How about that? What kind of tent you got? The tent that your mom bought me was just a regular tent. You know what I'm saying? We're just out here doing this. You know what I'm saying? All right, what signs? What is your sign? Are you a Gemini? Are you a Libra? That's what we're doing here. We're doing what the title says. We're doing one card pulls for the 12 zodiac signs. We're working on Aquarius right now. What's going on, Aquarius? I was asking a genuine question. Oh, I'm sure it was genuine. Aquarius, it says your throat chakra is out of alignment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody needs to speak up. You need to speak up, speak the truth. What's going on? What's going on, Aquarius? Aquarius usually is a very intelligent sign. They know what he's rude. I'm out. Go ahead and block me too, okay? 13. I don't like the vibration of 13. Anyways, I was genuine because COVID camper. I wanted to know because I'm in a avid camper. We're here talking about 12 card pulls. That's why we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that for right now. We're talking about the zodiac sign. So if you guys want to donate, if you guys want to listen for the reading, then we can do that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. That's why it might come off as rude, but we're just trying to stay focused, okay? But if you guys want to talk about that in the chat, you know, you can do that in the chat, you know what I'm saying, or amongst yourself. You would be trolling by how mean you are. Good luck, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some people can't take the heat. Can't take the heat, get out the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Crazy man, I've cashed out before. You want to be rude for no reason. Good. I mean, you still talking, man. If we're not vibing, you know, there's like trillions of other people to align with. But anyways, your throat chakra is out of alignment, Aquarius. So just speak. This is about like speaking your truth, being honest. All good, bro. Okay. Well, yeah. So just speak your truth. This is like in accordance to Libra, and as air signs, we like to communicate. So if there's a not allowing for us to communicate, it's just like unnatural for us, you know what I'm saying? And so we just want to make sure that we're speaking our truth in all things, being authentic, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hurting who? Is it hurting you, or is it hurting the other person? Because they don't know what's going on in your mind. They have no idea what you want to say. You deserve being homeless, on how nasty you are. Yeah, his family kicked him out. He wasn't worth the fuck. Let me see. What's going on, man? What's going on? What sign should an Aquarius date? I mean, compatibly. Well, Aquariuses are usually compatible with fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and other air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you got to look at your whole chart. Your sun sign is just one type of sign. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your sun sign is just who you portray yourself to be as. You really want to, at the very least, look at your moon sign, because that has more to do with your emotions and stuff like that. So if your moon sign is, say for example, your moon sign is Virgo, you probably want to be more compatible with a water sign. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But really and truly, people are people, and you can always be compatible with anybody. They say opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you might find somebody that's completely opposite from you, but you like how they compliment you. That goes Jixing Genster. Go ahead and subscribe, guys. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We're talking about we're doing one card pulls for all the signs. But yeah, Aquarius, speak your truth. Nobody, it's hurting nobody but yourself, just not to speak the truth. But like I said, air signs, we need to communicate. It really bugs us when we don't communicate. Earth signs have a tendency to be more, to themselves, by themselves. And so, if an earth sign doesn't communicate, they kind of like that. They kind of like their privacy. But as air signs and fire signs, we have just like a need to express ourselves. Everybody does, but you know, it's just the way that, you know, it's hard to explain. But that's just, I dated a fellow Aquarius and he cheated on me. What's your sign, man? Lady, man. Well, I don't know your pronouns, whatever. Let's move on to Capricorn. We're doing one card pulls for Capricorn. Let's do one card pull for Capricorn. Let's see what we got. We got 999. Okay, Capricorn. So basically, an Aquarius as well. Ooh, cheated on me. Yeah, sometimes, you know, like I said before, opposites are better. Opposites attract. We both were Aquariuses. Yeah, sometimes it's like opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? Better to date somebody that's opposite than you, because it's like sometimes it feels like you're coming home to yourself. And it's just like, if you're not a narcissist, then maybe you don't want to date yourself. Maybe you want to date somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all about, you know, sometimes it's a hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Really and truly, your signs have you know, your sun sign or your moon sign, your rising sign is a very little thing. You want to see your whole chart, and then you want to look at the planets, and you want to see how they relate to one another, and how, because the planets are changing every day, the earth, the whole universe is moving. You know what I'm saying? So we're not even where we were yesterday. And so even at, you know, you shouldn't be where you were yesterday. You should be continuously moving and progressing. And so maybe that, you know, that wasn't meant to be. Obviously, you guys, you know, you ended up breaking up. So yeah, but 999 for Capricorn. Yeah, 999 is about, like, for me, it's about, you know, humanitarian efforts, doing something humanitarian. So maybe you work in maybe you work in an adoption agency. That's the first thing that popped into my head. They're saying that you're feeling like a little bit burnt out at your job, but you're doing such a good job at what you're doing. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can replace you. I'm getting, like, go to therapy, seek therapy. BetterHelp.com is good. They're fairly cheap. They're like $150 a month. It's not that expensive if you can work it into your budget. Another good thing to do for free is to go on Reddit, go on, you know, Instagram, put in a hashtag and start a group chat, you know what I'm saying, with individuals. Get you some free therapy going there, and so that you don't feel burnt out, you don't feel all alone, if that's a free option for you. But Capricorn, what you're doing in this world means a lot. Your humanitarian efforts mean a lot, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you even want to maybe switch up and take a step back from what you've been doing, and maybe go work in a soup kitchen, or go do something else, you know what I'm saying, to shake things up. But Capricorn, you're doing good, and you know, this is where you're supposed to be. You know, you're in alignment with what you're supposed to be. Jesus loves you. I know he does. Jesus loves me, God loves me, and he loves you just as much. Yes, he does. All right. All right, Virgo. Next sign is Virgo. We're doing one card pulls for Virgo. Anybody in here, go ahead, and if you're not a robot, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks. Go, Madison, Clayton, go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't see me, or you don't want to come back, see me right away, maybe you want to see me in the future, go ahead and subscribe. I know my camera's looking crazy right now, but trust me, I'll look a lot better in the next couple of weeks. Okay, I won't look as scary. We're doing one card pulls for Virgo. Let's get one card for Virgo. It says, you are in alignment with the universe. I hate how it's backwards. You can barely see it, but it says you are in alignment with the universe. Meaning exactly what it is. Whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. It's working, Virgo. It's working. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty cut and dry. You're in alignment. So if you feeling nervous, you're feeling jitters, you're feeling like this is wrong, I feel like I need to make more changes, I feel like I'm not ambitious enough, I feel like I'm not moving enough, I feel like I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm running like on empty, I feel like I'm, you know, spinning my wheels. You're wrong. You are in alignment with the universe. Everything is happening for your greatest good anyhow. So when negative things, when downsides, when bad breaks happen, you know what I'm saying, like that Marvin Gaye song, bad breaks, setbacks, all these different things are happening all around us, and you're just like Marvin Gaye. You're saying, what's going on, right? You're saying, what's going on? Don't worry about what's going on, because what's really going on is you're in alignment with the universe, and the universe is pushing you and pulling you in the directions that is necessary for your evolution. So don't worry about anything. You're going fine. Next time we have is Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? We're gonna do one card pulls for Taurus. Let's go ahead and cleanse the cards. Thank you so much for who has come into the chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the energy, because what people don't realize, I just want to say this really quick. And when people come in here and they speak negativity, what you don't realize is that a person who knows how to transmute energy, meaning it's kind of like integers, right? A negative and a negative equal a negative, a positive and a positive equal to positive, but a negative and a positive, or a positive and a negative, you see how that starts to change, where, oh my gosh, the negative turned into the positive. The negative plus the positive actually ended up being, you know, the opposite of what you thought, right? So that's the a layman's terms of what transmuting energy is. It's like whether it's good energy or bad energy, specifically negative energy, when you take the energy in itself, you don't worry about the words of what people are saying. You take the energy in itself and you say, okay, I'm going to take the words out, the negative words out of what you're saying, and I'm going to take the energy in itself and I'm going to make the energy now into what I want it to be. That's called transmuting energy, and anybody can do that at any given time, right? It's something that God taught us, Jesus taught us. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the energy that came into the room, whether it was negative words or positive words. Thank you so much. Taurus, we're moving on to your sign. What's going on for Taurus? We're doing 1 card pulls for Taurus. Let's get 1 card for Taurus. It says, life without knowledge is death in disguise. Life without knowledge is death in disguise. It really irritates me, the fact that it's showing up backwards. Anyways, life without knowledge is death in disguise, Taurus. So what I'm getting is that there's a need for you to seek more knowledge of self, more knowledge of your environment, more knowledge of everything. Hey, that one person, if there's somebody in here, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. Show some support. Go ahead and subscribe if you're going to be in here. And I'm doing these 1 card pulls for all signs. We're on the sign of Taurus. Go ahead and subscribe. You got 2 people in here. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. We're doing the sign of Taurus. This says life without knowledge is death in disguise, meaning if you are walking around unknowledgeable, immature, that's the real death. You know what I'm saying? You can't die. Jesus Christ came down and showed us, you know what I'm saying? He taught us, you know, you can walk on water. You can raise, you can, he's basically showing us that you can be just like him. You know what I'm saying? I have the power, if need be, to turn water into wine. I have the ability to do so. Whether or not there's some sort of outside force preventing me from doing that, Jesus came to show us that, this going to sleep in death and not waking up, that's not a real thing. What's the real death is walking around without knowledge of self, without knowledge of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And so, Taurus, we just want you to know, the universe wants you to know that you need to wake up and learn about yourself. You learn about what's around you. Don't be so closed-minded. You earth signs have a tendency to be stuck in your routines. I want to go to like Drake says, I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. Yes, you Tauruses love to be in your bed, love to be eating your snacks. But God and the universe is saying, get out of the bed and open up a book. Go to the library. Get out of the bed and go to the library. Read a book. Go and meet new people and hang around with people that's outside of your normal circle so that you can expand and grow. When you expand and you grow, your money grows, your finances grow, everything expands. You know what I'm saying? Your perspective changes. You meet somebody, they got a timeshare, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're in Bali. But if you stay at the house all day, all night, you're not gonna get to Bali. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get there by doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. At the very least, do something that's different. You know what I'm saying? At the very least. All right, that was for Taurus. Okay, next, moving on to fire signs. First, starting off with Aries. What's going on, y'all? We got 2 people in just watching. Go ahead and leave a 1 just leave an emoji or something like that. Don't leave your boy hanging. Don't leave your boy staring at himself. We're moving on to the sign of Aries. We're gonna get 1 card for Aries. Let's go ahead and cleanse these cards right quick and get 1 card for Aries. That 1 card says, your mind is like water. When it's agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But when you let it settle, the answer becomes clear. Okay, so clearly you're in some sort of struggling situation, Aries. What's going on with Aries? What's going on with fire signs? Come on now, Aries. What's going on over there? Is it a job situation? I'm trying to pick up on the energy. Sometimes I can pick it up. Sometimes it's more like a general thing. Either which way, something's agitating you. But that's an illusion. The agitation is just an illusion. It's like you need a time to take time on your own. So it's like go off on a dinner date on yourself, by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go play putt golf by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like, oh, look at that sad guy or sad girl sitting in the corner booth by themselves drinking a glass of sad wine. They need to mind their business. They need to stop people watching and go eat what's on their plate and worry about what's on their plate. But as for you, you need some alone time. You need some time in your creative space. Just alone time is fine. Even if you don't do anything fancy, you just want to sit in your car and listen to music, you know what I'm saying, as adults do. I remember back when I was in my car, I used to come home, I sit in the parking lot for a few minutes. I didn't even go straight inside, and I used to live alone too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you just need time to decompress, and when you decompress, then you'll see, okay, I was just agitated, and I was making decisions in this agitated energy, and I didn't need to make no decisions in that energy because it was an unproductive energy, right? I needed to let the water settle in order for me to make the best decision. Now, Aries, in terms of the details of what you got going on, hey, you said hi. What's going on? Wow, you're back under a different username. Okay, awesome, or not awesome. I think that might be you. I'm not too sure. You said, wow. Why are you saying wow? What is wow? But yes, when you are making decisions under an agitated waters, you're not going to make any sense. You're not going to make any sense to yourself. Compose yourself. You know what I'm saying? As adults, it's very hard to do. People want to, people want to agitate you, and push that envelope. But as a mature person, and you gonna look good, because when somebody is agitating you, and you just like, and they're agitating you, and you're just like, even in this moment where you're just staring, it gives you it gives you a moment to reflect, and it gives you a moment to not say or do something that's gonna make you look like an ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, Aries. Moving on to Leo. What's going on, Leo? Hey guys, if anybody in here who hasn't subscribed and hasn't liked it, go ahead and like and subscribe. Okay, Leo, we're going on to another one. Let's cleanse these cards again. Let's get one card for Leo. Leo, what's going on? We got the Tower. The Tower card in Tarot has to do with drastic, big changes, big endings happening suddenly out of nowhere, seemingly looking like a disaster. But in the end, in the next couple of days, weeks, or months, it ends up turning, this Tower moment might end up turning to become positive. You know what I'm saying? Really and truly, the universe has it to where, like, from the very beginning of creation, God has created life. You know what I'm saying? He created life. He created light. He created the earth. He took the earth. He pulled it up from out of the sea, from up out of the ocean, right? So it's just like everything, you know what I'm saying, is high vibrational energy. So when bad things or negative things do occur, it automatically just loops around into you understanding that, or it always loops around to positivity. That's what I'm saying, because the natural vibration of the earth is positive. Hey, somebody just came into the room. If you would like to, go ahead and subscribe. I would love it if you'd like to. I would love it if you'd like to. We're giving you an option, but I love it if you'd like to. But yeah, don't be alarmed about this Tower moment, because you can always transmute the energy. I just talked about transmuting energy. So basically taking negative energy, whatever energy, whether it's good or bad, and then taking out the words, taking out the details of the situation, and taking the raw energy itself, and then taking that energy and turning it into what you want it to turn into. So somebody's like losing their job, losing their apartment. Somebody's going to end up homeless. If you're going to end up homeless, prepare yourself ahead of time. Don't just wait to the last minute. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be losing your job, losing your apartment. Go and figure out who to couch surf on. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be allowing you to couch surf. You might be looking into Airbnbs. You might be looking into hostels. You might be looking into purchasing some land. You know what I'm saying? Purchasing some land, buying land so that you have at least a place to stay permanently. Purchasing a car that you can stay in and stuff like that. So just prepare for the Tower moment. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to run away from it. Face it head on, and know that you can transmute any negative energy to go positive and go in your way. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. Move on to Sagittarius. What's going on, Sag? We're going to go ahead and cleanse these cards. Okay, cleanse these cards, and we're going to get one card pull for Sagittarius. It says your heart chakra is out of alignment. Oh no, Sag. What's going on, Sag? Somebody broke up with you. Seems like somebody broke up with you. It came out of the blue. You didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? You thought everything was going well. You're still recovering from that heartbreak. It's fresh thing. You know what I'm saying? You thought you guys were going to be together forever, and it turns out that you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's really messing with your mind right now. You know what I'm saying? The best advice is when something is fresh like this, the best advice is to go ahead and just face the facts that, it wasn't meant to be. Just face the facts that sometimes things come in cycle. Life comes in cycles. Excuse me. And just because you guys are not together now doesn't mean that you won't potentially be together in the future. Oftentimes though, what I'm picking up is that if you guys do break up, it's probably permanent. You're probably never gonna, be, in each other's lives like the way that you were. You know what I'm saying? You might end up being friends, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't see you guys being together again. This came out of the blue, meaning this person was contemplating this and thinking about breaking up with you for a while, but you didn't know. So that means that, this was something that they had been sitting with, you know what I'm saying? While they were sitting next to you, eating dinner and living in your house, or you were living in theirs, or y'all were living together, or whatever it is, you ended up, drifting apart, you know what I'm saying? And that's natural, you know what I'm saying? It's natural to sometimes, drift apart. Life comes in cycles, and, people change. And so just, I'm sorry if, sorry about the breakup, Sagittarius. The best thing for a broken heart is not to get under somebody else, but to really truly reflect on why the relationship broke down, whether it was you or the person or a little bit of both. Usually it's a little bit of both. And just go from there, you know what I'm saying? And just do what you can do to make yourself feel better. I would say, going to the gym is always good. Exercising is always good, raising those endorphins and whatnot. And get some sunshine. You don't even have to do much. Just sitting in the sunshine, hugging a tree, doing what you can naturally do to raise those endorphins. If you need to, seek therapy. If you need to. Hey, what's going on? Somebody just came into the room. Go ahead and subscribe. All right, they're gone. All right, moving on to the next sign. That's Scorpio. Moving on to water signs. That's Scorpio. We're gonna get one card pull for Scorpio. Get one card pull for Scorpio. It says you got to take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, love what you got, and remember what you had. This is a Kid Cudi song, so you might want to look up this Kid Cudi song and see if you're into it. It says you got to take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, love what you got, and remember what you had. All right, so at the end of the day, staying positive with a glass half full mentality is required in your situation. This it's nothing to it. Just staying in a half glass full mentality, loving yourself, loving on yourself, knowing who you are, being assertive, not afraid to show your authentic self. So you're not afraid to show up authentically is a good thing for you, Scorpio. Sometimes you water signs have a tendency, and earth signs sometimes have a tendency to like withdraw within yourself. Scorpios are known to be very secretive. So showing up authentically might be something that's hard for you. It might be easy for me as a Gemini. I don't mind talking your ear off. I'll tell you, I'm an open book. If you ask, I might even tell you some very embarrassing stories, something that might be embarrassing to me, but then I would follow it up with how I learned and how I grew and how I evolved after that. Excuse me. I don't know if that made the microphone mess up. Excuse me. I'm an open book, but sometimes water signs sometimes earth signs and water signs have a tendency to withdraw within themselves, especially Scorpios. So showing up authentically, like I said, might be a hard thing for you to do, but it's like that vulnerability is real strength. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are so big and bad and tough, but they don't realize that the true strength is being open, being vulnerable, and being like, well, I don't care what anybody says, because that was part of my evolution. That was part of what I needed to do. To say in order for me to evolve, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, don't worry about what other people say, just show up authentically. It's seemingly like it's some sort of work situation where maybe you have like a record and you don't want people to know about your record. Maybe only your manager knows, or something like that, and you don't want people to pass judgment on you for what you did in your past, and so you're trying to hide it or something like that. Something along those lines. But either which way, because I saw the orange and the white, you know what I'm saying, like the jumpsuits and stuff like that. But either which way, it's just like when it's all said and done, it's just like you did what you did, you evolved past it, you know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to hold that against you, like that shows more about who they are. That means that they have things that they're holding against themselves, you know what I'm saying? We are mirrors, you know what I'm saying? We mirror each other, we're projecting onto each other. So it's just like that saying that a hit dog will holler. They said a hit dog will holler, huh? And that's exactly the same adage. So if the person is holding things against you and not letting you grow and not letting you evolve, that means that they're not letting themselves grow and evolve. That also means that you probably shouldn't be friends with them. You know what I'm saying? Keep it, if it's a co-worker situation, a work situation, just keep it mutual at the job and keep it pushing. Don't go out for drinks with them and try to be buddy with them. If they don't vibe with you and they're gonna judge you like that, you probably don't want them as a friend later on. Anyways, moving on to Cancer. We're gonna do one part pull for Cancer. We're gonna go ahead and cleanse these cards. We're gonna cleanse these cards, and we're gonna do one card pull for Cancer. It says the greatest possibilities leads to the greatest outcomes. Once again, having a glass half full mentality. It seems like you want to have a friendship, or you're in a friendship with somebody, you want it to be more than a friendship. You're afraid to ask them out, maybe. Oh, okay. Or maybe in general, it's just like you feel like a lot of the times you want to do things, but you're afraid to take that first step in doing it. You're afraid that people are gonna judge you, or you feel you have a it's more so like a fear of failure. You have like a fear of failure. You feel like you've seen a lot of failure in your family life, your parents, and such, and so you feel like that you can't do it. This is a sign from the universe saying that you should not hold back. You know what I'm saying? It says the greatest possibilities leads to the greatest outcomes. That you should think positively. Like there's a saying that goes, if anything bad could happen, it would happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying to counteract that, which says, if anything can go well, it will. And then there's to counteract the saying that if anything can go wrong, it will. That's usually the saying that people say. We flip that and we say, if anything can go right, it will. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. It's quite possible that you're just making all of this stuff up in your head, like you're making it like a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the solution is easy. It's right in front of your face. You don't want to do it because you're nervous, and then you do it, and then you get over it. And there's this video of this dude. Now, if you were to see, I don't remember his name, but if you were to see him, you would know him because he's all over the internet, and he's a spiritual teacher. He gives spiritual advice. He's just like white looking dude, and he's bald, and he's kind of like, a little on the feminine side, but any which way he gives good advice. And this woman was asking him, she was like saying, well, sometimes I have trouble getting things started and believing in myself, and I feel like I have all the tools necessary to do it, but I just don't know how to do it. And then she said, well, how do I get things started? And he said, just do it. And then she said, okay, I understand. And then she had a follow-up question, and she said, excuse me, and then she said, well, how do I get started? And he said, just do it, just start doing it. And then she says, well, sometimes I feel like I can't do it, and I feel like, sluggish about it. And she said, and he's like, look, you don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm saying the only way out of the situation, out of feeling nervous, out of feeling anxious, out of feeling like you can't do it, is just to do it. Do it when you're happy, do it when you're sad, do it when you're angry, do it when you don't believe in yourself, do it when you do believe in yourself, do it when people support you, do it when people don't support you, but just do it. So that's my same advice to you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of changed my life a little bit. And so I just wanted to share that with you. The last but not least, Pisces. What's going on, Pisces? We're getting a 1-card pull for Pisces. Go ahead and cleanse the cards, and let's get a 1-card pull for Pisces. All right, Pisces. It says, a true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength, but of his heart. All right, so your heart, Pisces, your heart, you feel disconnected from your heart space. Oh, people make fun of you because you wear your heart on your sleeve. I was speaking about this for another sign. I don't know which one. Just now, Pisces. But like being authentic is sometimes hard to do because we live in a world where people are fake. When we go online, it started off. Social media started off kind of like really super genuine, and then somehow, I think reality TV shows may have pushed us into this direction. But somehow people started to be like, I'm gonna make this fake persona, and I'm gonna push this, alter ego out and make the alter ego more me than actually me. You know what I'm saying? That's what the TV show Catfish is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's about people portraying themselves to be something that's completely the opposite of actually who they actually truly are, right? So we live in this society where it's kind of cool to be kind of fake, and they make a TV show out of it, and they get to be on TV, and so people are like, hey, let's just be fake, because being fake gives us money, gives us clout, gives us energy, gives us, money, whatever. But the true strength is somebody who is authentic. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody who's authentic can be trusted, you can build a solid foundation with somebody who has, a solid, heart on their sleeve. So Pisces, it can be hard to be in an environment where people don't put their heart on their sleeves. But the best thing to do is don't focus on what you have, focus on what you need, and focus on receiving the thing that you need, right? So you need a strong support system. You need people around you that don't think that your emotions are too much, that understand you and understand how you are. Pisces, you're really compatible with other water signs and earth signs. I would pair you up with a Capricorn, Pisces. I would pair a Capricorn with a Pisces. I would pair up a Pisces with Taurus, or a Libra, or an Aquarius. And Aquarius is good because Aquarius is an air sign, but it's also the water bearer. So they have elements of water to them. It's like a watery type of air sign, right? If you really think about it, each sign has fire, earth, and air in them. So Gemini is like the fire of the air signs, and Libra is the earth of the air signs, and Aquarius is the water of the air signs, and like Capricorn is, I don't know how, I don't really know earth signs like that, but like say for example Aries is the earth of the water signs, and Leo is the fire of the water signs, and Sagittarius is the air of the fire signs. So kind of like there's air within each element of, you know, signs, right? So you might be best paired with an Aquarius or Sagittarius, just to balance out your fire. Somebody that knows how to not get lost in their emotions, but also knows how to appreciate somebody else's, right? So that's my advice to you, is just to find new friends groups, new family, new, because just because you were born into a family does not necessarily mean that family is going to be able to fulfill your emotional needs. You know what I'm saying? You are a whole human being, and like they said back in the day, they said it takes a village to raise a family. And although you might be like, well, I'm an adult now, and so I'm supposed to take care of myself. No, you're not. There's still an inner child in every single one of us. Even the animals have an inner child. You know what I'm saying? Your root chakra is your inner child. Everything has a root chakra. You know what I'm saying? We all have 14 chakras, you know what I'm saying, from head to toe. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times we focus on the first 7, but we all have 14 chakras, and our root chakra is our foundation. You know what I'm saying? We can get into that at another time, but our root chakra is our foundation. And so your foundation, it walks with you. You know what I'm saying? When you're walking in your house, what are you walking on? You're walking on the ground, but you don't really think about that because you're interacting with the what are they called? You're plugging things into an outlet, or you're turning on a lamp, or you're, you know, messing around with the microwave or the fridge or the stove, but you're not focused on the ground because you don't even think about it. But the ground, if there was no ground, you couldn't walk to the bathroom, you couldn't go to the kitchen, you couldn't go anywhere. There would be nothing for you to stand on. So we walk with our foundation, we walk with our root, we walk with our inner child with us, you know what I'm saying, at all times. It's not something that's separate from us at any point, you know what I'm saying? Everything that we are now is built upon that foundation, so the foundation moves with us, right? And so you want people that understand that, honor that, and exonerate your foundation. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make fun of you for expressing your heart's desire, expressing who you truly are and what you truly feel. That's my best advice. You know what I'm saying? I kind of lost my train of thought there, but you know what I'm saying? You get the point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that was the 12 card. That was 12 zodiacs. That was 1 card pulls for each zodiac sign. I'm going to timestamp it, all the zodiacs below. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. This is going up on both channels, so if you see this over there, go ahead and watch it. Probably you won't see this. This will be like kind of like a time capsule. You probably won't see it until, you know, years and years later. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh my gosh, that's Dynamite Dan. That's Dynamite Dan in ASMR. And he was over there making videos in his tent, and people were in his comments making fun of him, and who cares? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't care. But yeah, there was some dude, some rude person in the comments. These people are all around us, spiritual teachers, you know what I'm saying? And I hold myself in high regard only because Jehovah God, the Lord above, has held me in high regard and told me to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, put it on your heart. Your intuition speaks to you. God will use whoever and whatever to, you know, get his point across. And sometimes he might even speak to you directly, depending on the type of relationship that you have with him, right? Either which way, if God tells you to do something, you do it. You know what I'm saying? He created the universe, he created the earth, he created the moon, the stars, the skies, that's everything that's in it. So if he tells you to do something, you know, not only is it going to work, but you should definitely do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying, we over here, you know, following God's footsteps and doing what we're supposed to do. And, you know, some persons in the chat, you know what I'm saying, that's why I just love, you know, the ability to transmute energy and the ability to love and trust my God the way that I am. And I just wanted to shout out God at the end right now, just to say that he's the one that is supplying me the energy, the time, the attention, the financial and emotional stability. You know what I'm saying? And it might not look like a glamorous life to you, but I feel so happy and so fulfilled in following what God says to do, because I am in good health, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not too bad to look at either, you know what I'm saying? I'm a handsome guy who, you know, I got my head on my shoulders. I'm not out on the streets doing drugs and selling drugs and making women and men feel uncomfortable in their spaces, you know, and that's what God wants. It's just not for us to, you know, it says to love thy neighbor, to look on behalf of the speechless, and to spread the good news, and to do those things, and to embody the fruits of the spirit, which is love, joy, peace, tranquility, love, joy, peace. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but basically love, joy, peace, you know, being long suffering, being patient, be kind, you know what I'm saying? Just being a good person, you know what I'm saying? Just not being a selfish, you know, prick, you know what I'm saying? So So yeah, man, a shout out to God. I just really wanted to shout him out because he really does help and supply me so much, right, in this moment, in you know, in the 29 years that I've been alive, he's definitely supported me. So I just wanted to document that, document that right now, to say that, I do really truly love and love God, and I just want, love God and love his son Jesus Christ. Archangel Michael, he is where, the position that he is in right now. He's Archangel Michael, and all the ancestors, the spirit guides, and all other powers that be that are behind, making this thing done. The tarot cards, these tarot cards, really and truly, I just wanted to, do a little outro. But these tarot cards that I just wrote, like, I put my heart and soul into it. It's just something that, I was actually afraid to do. And I said, man, I feel uncomfortable going live. I feel uncomfortable making these cards. You know what I'm saying? Right here, you see that you're looking at about 100 cards. And when I first got them, I was like, I don't have 100 things in my head to write down. And guess what? Now every single one of these cards are filled. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about buying another 100 so that I have 200 cards, and just to switch things up and make things spunky and spicy for the future. But yeah, it's just like, when you follow God, like, I feel like the anxiety going away and stuff like that, and God actually literally works. You know what I'm saying? The more you trust in him, the more you believe in him, he actually works. So, all these negative Nancys and these negative Nolans and, any type of, bullying, gang stalking behaviors, you know what I'm saying, go in one ear and out the other. And you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to shout out God, because people sometimes feel like, what's going on with you, or are you okay, what's wrong with you? Sometimes people might have that opinion on me. Most people don't, but some people might. And I just wanted to say that anything that you see that I'm doing, if I'm walking, if I'm talking, if I'm making a decision, living, I'm breathing, 90% of the times I consulted God beforehand, and I'm making the decisions beforehand. 90% of the times, if I need help, I'm going to God. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get into my human feelings and I go, man, what do I think, or what am I going to do about this situation? Sometimes I don't have the answers, and I have to go to God. And I like I said, 90% of the times I'm going to God. I'm going to God. You know what I'm saying? God is not just like some sort of, being that lords over me and tells me what to do. I consider him to be the homie. I'm like, yo, what's good? What's good, my home skillet? You know what I'm saying? What's good, homie? You know what I'm saying? What's good, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's literally the energy that I receive from him. And that's literally the energy that I give right back to him. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, I kind of just do my own thing. And I love being by myself, and I love reading cards, and I love giving back to the community. And I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, that this gets to who it gets to. People who are negative Nancys and negative Nolans and have negativity in their mind, heart, body, soul, and spirit. Man, this ain't for you. This is not gonna be the channel for you. Go ahead and unsubscribe. Go ahead and block me. Go ahead and mute me. Don't watch my videos. Don't be around me. But those who are energetically aligned with me, I just ask that you come into this energetic space. You know what I'm saying? This is a one of my first live streams. This is my third or fourth live stream. So there's a lot more, lots more, more and more and more and more and more to come. And so I just wanted to end it off by saying, I actually do genuinely have unconditional love for every single one of you guys on this planet, every single one of you guys in the entire solar system, every single one of you guys in the entire universe. I met you all. I've seen you all, because I see everything. And I do mean everything. All right, so keep it tight, keep it cute. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and there's a lot that I would do. All right, have a great night. Peace. Timestamps below.